Live from the westernunion.com VIP lounge.
Happy National Singles Week, by the way.
I don't know if you knew that. It is National. We just found that out yesterday. Who is? Can I ask? Is anyone taken or singles?
Yeah, you can ask. We're all we're all taken.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, ladies.
Thanks, Dave.
I'm only taken in Canada, though, if you know what I mean.
Nice.
Boom.
That is a different area code. You know
I'm
what
trying to
they
wink,
say.
but-
I'm sending this link to someone.
Now, I am noticing there's a fair amount of facial hair in this group. Now, but then the two of you that don't have facial hair are ridiculously clean shaven. Is this by design?
What?
Well, I'm just this. I don't ridiculously. I
mean,
don't.
not even a little
Dave
bit of
Bill's
scruff.
razor. I just
Well, Dave's
clippers as
physically
low as it'll
incapable
go.
of growing a beard. So
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's that.
This is my beard. I don't know what we're talking about. This is full and lush.
So what is it like? Because you are the only girl in the band, but you guys have known each other a long time. So is it kind of like brothers? Because I have no brothers, but this is like a brother, and he annoys me every day.
Yeah, that sounds.
Do you
about
ever get that
right.
vibe?
Yeah, we've been together about 8 years. So
Right.
yeah, the bros. I guess I don't have a brother, but
Okay.
sure, I have 5 now.
What's it like then, being on tour with 5 dudes?
I think where it's just all kind of like a family vibe, and we all
Okay.
get along, and I'm maybe the least girly of all of us, so maybe as the
Do you want to out anyone?
no, I won't do that.
I'm always like, Izzy, there's a spider. Can you get it?
I'll hurt somebody. Dave.
These guys are like, do you want to go shopping? I'm like, I'll pass.
Simon, let's talk about our feelings from the show last night.
We have the same thing on the show because I have 2 girls on the show. There's Sandy and our producer, Jenna, and I am the most feminine one on the show easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Literally the spider killer over here. So I want to get into the music because I was super stoked to learn that we were going to be able to talk to you guys. My favorite new band right here, Strumbellas. First of all, I'm pretty good with names, so let me see if I nail this. Simon, Dave, Izzy, John, Daryl, Jeremy.
Crushed
Whoa,
it.
100%.
Crushed it.
Nailed
Nicely
it!
done,
Very
Marcus.
nice.
Nicely done.
Second of all, I was checking out the videos from the songs. So I've been living with the album for the last few months or whatever. And it's like if you're not familiar with the whole album, it's like taking your friends on a road trip. And then it gets a little melancholy, it gets a little jangly, but then it's just like, yeah, and you want to sing along. And Simon, I want to sing just like you. I was telling her, I'm like, I want that voice. How do you get that voice?
Oh, I've always hated my voice.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's been a problem all the career of this band. I always add a lot of harmonies, and there's a reason why we have a lot of group vocals
Okay.
and a lot of harmonies is because I've never liked the sound, so that's why there's so many vocals on the record.
Oh, dude, it's fascinating to me. I'm in the car trying to make it happen. I got to make sure the windows are rolled up because if I get to a stoplight, it gets weird. People are looking at me like, what are you doing?
He will do anything he can to just shine at karaoke. That's Marcus.
So I'm
Loves his karaoke.
I'm watching the videos, and there's a lot going on in your videos, okay? There's the Street Fighter video, right, where you all dress up as Street Fighter characters, and then there's the video for Spirits, which I can't even wrap my head around. And I don't know if it was the cold brew coffee I had this morning that's got me all kind of weird, but how do you come up with these ideas? Who's the mastermind, or is it a group thing? Or
Well, for the latest video for We Don't Know, John was just, what were we doing? We were in the van, and John
we were
was just
in
like,
California driving around.
Oh, yeah, we were
thinking of
in
a video
California.
idea, and I just thought, hey, why don't we dress up like a bunch of characters and fight each other?
I loved it though. I thought
And
that
I
was
was like,
really
it's
creative.
a pretty straightforward idea, I guess. Yeah.
I think you're like living out your fantasy. I remember the day I beat Zelda when I was little. I was like, I'm the coolest person in the world. So to act it out in a video, didn't it like bring
That-
back all these funny like youth feelings?
We were trying to kind of go for something
Yep.
like kind of nostalgic from our childhood a little bit,
But what I remember about it is the emphasis was much more on the fighting. Like, what if we have a video where we just beat the crap out of each other? Like, that's what I remember about it.
I remember
got a
the-
little more G-rated.
The email to the director was like, dude, we totally want to be video cameras, video of game characters, and lots of special effects. Can we film that?
yeah, it was like
cool?
we were like, we need, was it like laser punches
Yeah.
and fire kicks or something? Like
Yeah.
we specifically asked for that.
We got it.
And Daniel Rosenberg is the director we've worked with on the
Sure.
last 2 videos, Spirits and We Don't Know, and they've been just amazing at helping us. Like we come to them with that idea, and then they just
take it to the next
we
level.
kind of have full trust in them at this point, and they just take it to the next level
Right.
and just do such a great job. So I think we might be going down that path for the rest of their videos. It sounds like.
The best part is when you're having fun doing it. You know, it's like when it starts off as a silly idea that you're like, this is dumb. That means you need to do it because you love it that much. So let's talk about your Spirits, the single that we're playing right now, which I do love so much. And it's dark and catchy, which is, how can you not love that? Because I'm like, oh my God, I want to be depressed and sing. You know what I mean? Is it a group thing that you came up with the lyrics? Well, one person in particular? This guy right here? You're getting pointed at by the group.
Yeah, it's a lot of me, but yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
I forget if there was a question.
No, I kind of just like, how did it come about? Was it from one experience or just life in general when you're stressed or sad or whatnot?
Yeah, I think just life in general when you're stressed and sad and depressed and down and out and hate your life. No, I'm just kidding. And no, it's just a general kind of, hard times in life and getting through hard times and trying to stay positive and That's basically it. It's pretty simple, really.
Right. If you can't write it out in a song, are there any other things you guys like to do? Like sometimes I just like to close the door, phone off, crappy television all day, wine. That might happen.
How do you decompress? I think is the question.
Watch The Time Traveler's Wife and cry about it, I guess.
Cry a little bit. We crush TV shows in this band. We all just crush them.
Like binge watching, you mean?
Oh yeah. I was in Germany and I couldn't sleep the day before we took the flight, and I crushed 10 episodes straight. That's one of my favorite things to do is just stay up all night and crush a TV show.
Of The Path, right?
The Path, yeah. About
The
cult.
Path, it's called?
Yeah, it's called The Path. It's about a cult, which is
Wow.
very interesting to me.
Keeping it light.
So now I want to totally start a cult.
Yeah.
Is it a documentary?
No, it's got the dude from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Aaron Paul, and
Yeah.
it's a total fiction, and it's called the cult is called The Ladder, and you follow the ladder into the light. And anyways, I'm a believer. I'm sold.
It sucks you in.
I definitely couldn't see you as a cult leader. It's not on point at all.
Binge watching can be dangerous. I'm binge watching Silicon Valley right now, just trying to catch up. And when it's in 30-minute increments, you're like, I got another 30, man. I can make this happen. And 6 episodes later, you're like, I really need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Dave, what are you binging on right now?
I was
TV
watching season 2 of Silicon Valley on the plane.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It is a great show.
Yeah.
I resisted it because I was like, why do I want to watch that stupid show? I live that every day. We're
Yeah.
already here. I literally see streets that I walked down before.
Yeah.
Izzy, what are you watching on TV right now?
I'm watching this show called Blind Spot. I'm like a I'm a sucker for cheesy crime dramas. So this girl wakes up with the FBI and she has no memory of her past, and then she helps solve crime through the tattoos on her body.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's very
I can get into
entertaining.
that.
It's
That's
not
called prestige TV.
yeah, yeah.
John, what do you got?
I'm more like a heavy real thinker kind of show.
Okay.
I'm watching Naked and Afraid a lot, where 2 people go into the wilderness and have to survive for 30 days totally naked.
Yeah. I love watching that. Married at First Sight. I'm obsessed with that show. Obsessed. If it's dumb in reality, I'm all about it.
I have a 2-year-old and I have a buddy with 2 girls too, and my wife sent me over there. She's like, just watch the girls. We're going to go out. She went out with his wife, right? And I get over there and he's watching a marathon of Naked and Afraid. And I'm like, bro, I got my daughter right here. I'm like, bro, can we change this to Daniel Tiger or something? I mean, are we going to be okay? Daryl, what do you got? What's your TV show?
I'm sort of going down this really nerdy path where I'm reading all this old literature. So I'm really not watching shows right
Okay.
now. I went
Daryl
through the
the
whole
Brainiac.
Soprano.
Nerd alert, too good for TV.
So yeah, I'm weird right now.
No,
That's cool.
we're all being shamed. We're watching our junky television, and
Right?
Daryl's
It's still
reading,
okay to read.
He's
Yeah,
reading
I did
Animal
The Great
Farm.
Gatsby, and I'm doing Animal Farm right now.
Wow, you're catching up on high school, huh?
Yeah, high school. Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
To
it.
Kill a Mockingbird. I just
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
Don't forget Catcher in the Rye
Yeah, I'm
and
going
Brave
there.
New World. Put that on the list.
I'll be there.
Do you do Kindle or do you do paper?
I do paper mainly, and then I've been putting some books on my phone actually. So
Okay.
when it's dark in the band van or something, I just get to read that way. But John has the Kindle, so
The e-reader.
I'm starting to consider it.
I miss
When you're
reading and
ready.
writing. Email ruined it for me. Actually writing with your hands. Have you even noticed this? But when you go to fill out an application or something, and you're like,
It's really tired.
I'm like a 2-year-old. I can't. Jeremy, what are you binge watching right now, or reading? Or
Not reading, that's for sure.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, not at all. It's actually really tough to say because if I go on tour and I start watching something, my girlfriend gets really jealous that I've watched something and not with her.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times I kind of try to save that kind of thing.
That's
but
sweet. That's love, by the way.
yeah, you know, like there's lots. But I will admit, Fargo season 2 on the plane I got
Nice.
into, and I have to finish. I think I watched 3 episodes on the plane, but
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's what I'll be watching for the next couple weeks then.
Yeah, I have the same issue. If
Don't
I
you
watch
know?
a show, don't you know? Nice. If I watch a show without my wife, it has to be something she would have zero interest in. So
Yeah,
Ballers
same
is
here.
that
Yeah,
show
yeah.
for me. Ballers
Yeah.
on HBO. She hates it so much she won't even let me watch it when she's in the room. She's like, that show is so annoying. I want to. Since you guys are our group, I want to know some things about you. We're going to play a game called Which One of You. Okay. So which one of you takes the most time getting ready?
No.
Really?
Dave.
With
No,
the
no,
hat?
no.
Maybe
Me?
Jer?
What? I think it's Jer.
I'll throw Jer under the bus.
Yeah,
Jer.
Getting ready for what though?
Anything.
What?
Well, for
show.
like getting up in the morning, doing your hair. You're very clean.
You're a hairdoer, aren't
No,
you?
yeah, he not in like a
No, he's the cleanest.
yeah.
Look at that swoop.
He's
It's
got
a
great
perfection.
Yeah.
Is it on point?
Could
Am I
surf
doing
off
okay
of that.
It is on point.
Which one of you doesn't have a filter?
Simon.
Simon.
Yeah. Which one of you is addicted to their phone the most?
Dave.
Dave.
Dave, for sure.
This is a cruel game.
I don't know. Let me think.
Which one of you tells the worst jokes?
Define worst. Oh, Simon.
Which one of you is the best practical joker?
We all do.
You guys
each
do
other.
that?
Yeah, we all do some. We're not very crazy, but a little bit of.
Do you gang up on each other where you're like, hey, listen, I want to
Everybody
do this?
gangs up on Dave a lot, but we do it to each other a modest amount.
Okay, final one. Which one of you is the best cook?
Oh, this is gonna be one of those ones where everyone thinks it's them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me.
No,
for
I'm
sure.
not.
It's me for sure.
Here are the people,
Guaranteed.
here are the people I think
Not
who
me.
think it's them. John, Daryl, and me. I think all think it's us.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
think.
So if we
And
did
it's none of you. It's me.
No, it's not.
if we did an episode of Chopped Canada, who would win?
Me.
Me.
Oh, me for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. So you guys have always wanted to be in music, like since you were little?
This is my first band
No,
when I was
yes.
30.
Really?
So,
Really?
Yeah, I'd never
Is
played
it what
the
you
band before.
pictured?
Being here is very strange for me at this stage.
Like when you were young, did you want to be something else?
Yeah, and music was never sort of something I wanted. I just played guitar around the campfire, and then Simon and I met, and here I am. So we all have very different backgrounds.
Did you guys
when it
all
comes
meet
to
in
that.
around the same time?
No, it's actually really interesting. Jer, Daryl, John, and me are all from the same small town, but we never hung out. We're all different ages and went to different high schools or had different friends, so none of us hung out on a social level ever. But 10 years after school, we all were in Toronto, so that kind of came. We were like, hey, you're from Lindsay, I'm from Lindsay. We kind of know each other. Do you want to be in a band together?
Right. How did
And
you
then-
even contact each other? Was it like a Facebook thing or?
Just those two were in a band with one of my friends, and Daryl and I hung out and had dinner and drank wine and hung out on a
Yeah.
casual basis. So it just all kind of
That's so cool.
yeah. And then these two are from Craigslist.
For real?
Is that real?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask.
No, yeah, we didn't know these guys until
I just showed up
until
at Simon's
Craigslist,
door.
yeah.
Hoped he wasn't a
And
cult leader.
strangely, number one and number two, we had about 12, 13 people go to the ad, and this was the first guy, and she was the second person to answer the ad.
What does
Were
the
you-
ad read like? Is it like in need of violin player?
This
No,
all-
no, it was like I put a demo up, and then I was just like, "Hey, does anybody want to come play some music with me?"
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like that. You didn't tell them about the other guys.
No, they weren't in it yet. This was pre that.
Oh, okay.
This was the first step, and then those guys started to trickle in after that.
I had recently been kicked out of a band in Toronto.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Izzy
Yeah.
had been as well.
How do you get kicked out of a band?
Well, I mean,
It's a band.
They're
like
like,
not
Dave, you're
showing up
spending-
for shows and rehearsals is probably a
Oh,
good way
can't
to
be
do it.
bothered. Kind of like our show.
It's stuff to do.
It
Nice.
wasn't right, but it feels right. It's like when you get it, you get it. It works.
Well, we'll see. Like we're still in process.
Well, the new album, current album is Hope. Why did you call it Hope?
I think Dave came up with the name for it. It's the word hope comes up in the album all the time, and that was just kind of the reason why there was like 8 songs with the word hope in it. So Dave said, "Why don't we call it Hope?" And that was it. very simple, and I think that right.
Yeah, and all of our other albums have really long, confusing album titles, so we wanted something snappy.
I really wanted Jet Ski of Love,
Yeah.
but nobody was having it.
That has to be at least a
filthy.
song. At least a song,
I know.
please.
We would have made one.
I know you guys are on tour right now, and it ends or wraps up, shall we say, next May or April, something?
Somewhere around 2019.
Big ass tour. I know you're going to. It's an international tour too, as well, right? So you're all over the place. Right now, you're in California.
Yeah.
So
Respect.
what's your favorite part of touring?
I think just playing shows, like it's just really cool to see all these different cities you've never been to before, and then the hour or however long you're on stage. It's like kind of why we all do
Magical.
it. Yeah, it's so fun.
Do you love the fans? Is it just exciting to interact with them?
Yeah, it's totally cool. It's totally like trippy though at the same time. Like, people be like lined up for our autographs, and like Germany, it's bananas, and so it really feels weird. Like it's awesome, but it's really weird at the same time.
Yeah.
You're
You're like, are you
you're
sure?
What are you doing? Who are you waiting for?
Who's coming?
Like,
Who's
what's
here?
Yeah, is Brad Pitt here? What's going on here?
We did have a couple audience
David
questions.
Hasselhoff here? Sorry.
The name, the Strumbellas, where did it come from? I tried to Google it. I didn't find much, except for you guys. So I was like, okay, is it a made-up word? Am I losing my
No,
mind?
it's a made-up word.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just, it's one of these things, like, I wonder how many other bands have, like, really good band name stories. Ours stinks. It's just, I think Simon was just driving around one day thinking of band names, and
It's 5 years before the band even started.
It just
So-
popped in.
Just popped in, and we've tried to change it so many times. And we just could never come up with anything
That
that we could
pleased
all
Izzy.
agree on. That Izzy was just, she shot down every one. So
The woman rules, man.
Why do I get
Gotta
the feeling
listen to
she
her.
has like 6 votes?
And it's really
Honestly.
easy to Google because we're the only Strumbellas.
I know.
yeah,
So-
that's true.
I like
That's why I was
that.
like, am I doing this wrong? This is
Marketing
all I'm
genius.
thinking.
they love it in Italy. Strumbellas.
Ah,
right?
there you go.
It's very
Your
festive.
dessert.
What is America's greatest misconception of Canadians?
It might be that it's very cold everywhere in Canada. That might be the biggest misconception.
Yeah.
Because it's boiling in Toronto right now. It's hotter than it is here. So that might be the biggest
So we
one.
just
I
think
don't
it's
know.
a frozen tundra.
Well,
because it's
actually,
north.
Izzy's from America.
I moved to Canada when I was 18, and whatever the opposite of misconception is that people say A all the time. I couldn't believe it. I thought that was a stereotype, but it's for real.
It's for real.
Yeah, now I say it too.
It's for real. I'm going to grab a tweet off the internet from Dave, who is addicted to his phone, we learned earlier. Dave, during a show, I yelled, "Get a room," to a couple making out at our show last night. It might be the least rock and roll thing I've ever done. So I want to know, in everyday life, what's the least rock and roll thing you guys do? Who's got a good answer for that? Who's got the least rock and roll thing?
I think all of us collectively go to bed at like 10:30.
Yes.
We like our sleep.
Do you watch the news before you go to bed?
know.
Gotta get-
Oh yeah.
if we play like an 8 o'clock set and are back at the hotel by 9, we're happy. We're like, this is life. We're living.
Right.
This is
Wait,
this
wait,
is
we're
great.
on at 11, or you
Do you
mean
panic
I'm in
at
bed
that
at
point?
11?
We'll only do festivals, 2 p.m. or I'm out. So now let me ask you this. As a band, what's the most rock and roll moment you've had thus far, besides this interview?
When we were in Germany, I went out by myself with the Universal rep, and I met this really famous German rapper named Sido
Okay.
in the casino when we were betting, and he just put all these chips in front of me, and he's like, "What do you want, red or black?" I'm like, "Black." And then he lost all his money. So I'm not sure how, glamorous
started
that was.
rock and roll, though.
Yeah.
He has,
It was
Cito's
for me.
amazing. He raps in a mask, and he has a hit German song called "Fufis in der Club," and it translates to like 50s in the club, $50. It's awesome. You guys should all check it out. Cito, "Fufis in der Club."
He didn't even pay us to say that. Just go buy Cito's
I
record.
love it.
Sido, man.
I love it. It's like
Yeah.
him and David Hasselhoff in Germany. There it is.
Yeah.
Fufis.
Strumbellas,
Fufis in
man. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for
We
coming in.
love you and
yeah.
have a great time at your show tonight. And thank you for performing and talking with us today.
They're at the Fox
You guys are
Theater
amazing.
tonight.
Thank
The new
you.
album is
Thank you.
called Hope, Spirits on Star 101.3. Give it up, you guys. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.